weekend is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. To throw on second down, West. He finds his man, complete. That's Tyler. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. From the gun on third down, West. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And he's going to have a Packers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Looking to throw on second down. West.
And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that work. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On now is the Packers punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their 3rd-year quarterback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
On first down, Bonds. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Operating from the gun, Bonds. Going to the right here and finding Burks. They'll get only a yard out of that, and they can bring up 4th down. Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the first down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the first down. Excellent tackling right there.
It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, West, and his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, West. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and controlled you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against it.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Packers get set to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing to start the drive. West. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
He was covered by Denzel.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That pass is caught by Hardy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, West. He finds his man, complete. That's Tyler.
Complete to number 85. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Santos' kick is up and through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
On 3rd down, Bonds.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Watkins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Looking to throw. Bonds. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 2nd down. Bonds. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis. He's got room at the 30. Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Panthers.
Gabriel Davis.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. West. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Throwing on 1st down. West.
That's caught left side by Judy.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A give to Cook out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. On now is the Packers punter as he's on here to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Throwing to start the drive. Bonds. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
To the 22-yard line.
Jonathan Allen on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bonds.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Purple?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
On 1st down, Bonds. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They give to Ingram up the middle. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Bonds. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And Charles, you think about this offense, it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0. Looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
They'll run on 1st down. Burks. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. To throw on 2nd down. Bonds. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Bonds. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
This is how Green remembers passing 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender. I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this 1st half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
This one taken just inside the 10. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with. They have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career, that draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
Taking it about the 16. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Looking to throw on second down. Bonds. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. West. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Hardy. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Tyler. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. A good spot to throw, and indeed they'll come out with 4 wide receivers here on 2nd and inches. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Santos on for the field goal.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, where you see the final score there. Kareem Hunt, 4 touchdown runs. From there, we head up to the Motor City to check in on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Chicago Bears. Nick Chubb, a touchdown run in the victory. And then lastly, the nation gets a good one on Monday night between the Philadelphia Eagles and what equates to be a very tough opponent. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And they've had all sorts of success thus far tonight throwing the football, as they're on pace to throw for 300-plus yards if they continue the way they've been going. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. And the Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Now a handoff up the middle. Burks. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. On second down, Ingram. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. To throw on 3rd down, Bonds. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. There's the Panthers punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete from the contact.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Carolina offense about ready to go. They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far. Good second half. And sometimes, I guess, maybe, Charles, these coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well. Don't go in there and give them a whole lot of stuff. Just pat them on the back. And essentially the speech at halftime is, let's go, guys, and that's it.
Yeah, no one's upset the apple cart so far. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And a short gain down to about the 33.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Going, and the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
You know, it reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. West. He finds his man. Complete. That's Tyler.
Complete to number 85. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
They'll look to throw again.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So this defense, Charles, quite a performance. Not working on a shutout, but they have still yet to give up a touchdown as they come up with the interception there.
Well, we've seen this from them before because you can move the ball on them through the middle of the field. But once you get into the red zone, that's where they really clamp down. They come up with the interception there, but you know about this crew. They're playing modern defense, taking care of the red zone 3rd downs and getting after the quarterback.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The tackle made by Joey Bosa. 2 yards on the pickup. Make it 2nd and 8.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the pitch and catch good for 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend. And
they're able to get this one across the 35. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a 1st down.
Well, whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
On 1st and 10, Bonds.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd and 2.
Looking to throw. Bonds
on the slant. He's got Davis.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 42. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Packers' 36-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Bonds.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Ingram. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Bonds. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Bonds. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Throwing on 1st down. West.
This will be caught. Judy. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
That's good for a Green Bay.
On 1st down, West.
Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
To throw on 2nd down, West. Flush to his right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
14 more yards. That's another.
Back to throw. West. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Panthers' 2-yard line.
Looking to throw. West. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jonnu Smith, a 2-yard touchdown grab. They'll look to throw. He's got it at the 2.
And the Packers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From the 6. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Panthers now set to take over offensively.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Operating from the gun, Bonds. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. Off the play fake. Bonds. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On 1st and 10, Bonds. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Up the middle, Ingram.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
Ingram again, a 1st down carry. And he stopped immediately there. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And a 20th carry now for Ingram. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now a handoff to Ingram, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Panthers have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Point after here coming up. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. That time a 9-play drive and a 9-yard run on the end of it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Get a look at Jerry Jeudy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Throwing on 1st down. West. He finds his man. Complete. That's Tyler. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Looking to throw on 2nd down. West.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. To throw on second down, West.
He goes once again right back to Hardy.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 16. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun, West. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw on second down, West. Touchdown, Packers.
Jerry Jeudy.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
They're going to try and run, and he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped them in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And never an easy thing to do, no matter how good Green Bay is, what the year is, to come into Lambeau and get the victory, but they did it.
You're not just battling the team that you're playing that day. You're not just battling the crowd that's in attendance in that game. You're battling the history of the franchise. You're battling the ghosts that swirl around that place that help spur them on to victory. It is an unbelievable atmosphere. The most historic place in the league, and you have to make sure you stay focused on your task. Otherwise, you can get easily distracted.
Yeah, hats off to them for keeping that laser focus and getting the victory. So for the Panthers,
they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they run their mark to 15-0 on the year.
And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Packers,
this loss really hurts their playoff chances as they drop to 7-8 with 2 games left.
And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.